My name is Alex, and photography has been a constant in my life. I earned my degree in fine arts in photography, and for years I worked as an artist with my 4x5 field camera, printing the negatives in the sun on printing out paper. There came a time, however, when another business I created really took off, and I decided to dedicate my time to that. I always planned to get back to photography, but dedication to work and the birth of my children put photography on the back burner. While I was away from it, photography went digital, and when the time came for me to get back to it, I found myself lost and having to learn it all over again. I began to explore digital photography by photographing myself and my motorcycles. It's a combination of my passions for riding, fashion, and photography, things which have never changed throughout my life. Many times people ask me how the images are made. My process is pretty simple and straightforward. I pack everything I'll need in the smallest bag possible, and then I ride to a setting to make the images. Sometimes I plan the location ahead of time, and sometimes I discover it on the road. When a place strikes me, I simply stop and set up. I'm very lucky to live where I do, as there are many beautiful settings in fairly short distances. I mostly photograph in Rhode Island and on Cape Cod. The motorcycle I photograph most often is my 1941 Harley-Davidson WL. It's my first vintage Harley-Davidson, and I consider it my teacher. It has taught me patience and history and how to socialize, as everybody wants to come talk to me when I ride it. I'm not very good at being social, but I'm getting better. I feel very fortunate to always have the ocean around me, and while it makes the bike rusty, I don't know what I would do without it. Like riding a motorcycle, the ocean provides a feeling of peace and space. I also feel that the ocean has moods, much like mine, and, like mine, that those moods can change rather suddenly. I like all the moods of the ocean and feature them often in my photographs. In terms of equipment, I simply use a professional DSLR with a single 24 to 70 millimeter zoom lens and a sturdy folding tripod. I'm fascinated by World War II, as well as by the 1920s and 30s, and you'll see that reflected in my clothing choices and in my photographs. Having a 1941 motorcycle is just about perfect, though, like all motorcyclists, I wouldn't mind another, or even another. This time, I'd like to find something in the 1920s. I frame the shot and make my initial exposures. The camera has a timer, which I trigger with the remote control. There's a lot of back and forth to find and tune exposure, focus, and depth of field. It's very clumsy and time-consuming, and I often don't get what I want. I've learned quite a bit in a short time working, but hope to become more masterful over time. At the same time I'm relearning photography, I'm learning to care for and repair the bike. I try to do my own work on this bike as much as I can, and I'm very lucky that I have a great friend to help me find my way. I go to rallies, swap meets, and vintage bike shows to try to learn as much as possible. Photography, motorcycles, and fashion go together naturally. I know this isn't original. Motorcycles have been dressing in their favorite clothes and snapping photos since the beginning. I love reading about motorcycle history in relation to these things, and I've got quite a library of historical images that I draw inspiration from. I have no idea where my photography will go, but I'm excited to be back in it. Something tells me good things are up the road. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you when we get there.